And we back, baby.
We here. Hey.
Yo, yo,
Fuck.
No way.
Hold on.
He did it again.
Oh, no. I think we're
we
good.
jump it or whatever?
I just want to make sure I press record before.
Did-
we're good.
did we
We're
get the
good,
picture?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. And we back. This is episode 153 of The Works. And we back after a long. It felt like a really long time since the last time we recorded.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize. I want to say first, I apologize for everyone who watched or who listened to the audio and then noticed there was a big cut
Oh, yeah.
in the audio because my dumbass forgot to check my storage on my laptop. It stopped midway and was not recording. But if you want, go to your YouTube and you have the phone audio. So I just left the phone audio in there because it wasn't like it didn't sound that bad.
Okay.
It was a little low, but you could hear what was going on and what we were talking about. So again, I apologize to everybody who was listening to audio and kind of figured out like, oh shit,
Halfway through. What is
yeah, it's like what happened? Yeah, we had technical difficulties, but it won't happen again. Promise.
Yeah, I did catch that. I was like, oh, wait a minute, what happened? And I was listening to it, then I thought I was like tripping my phone or something.
Yeah, do it.
What's going on, dude?
You should have. If you watch the YouTube, you can see like my heart just drop as soon as I look at my laptop, and I'm like, it's not recording. And I don't even remember how long it wasn't recording for.
I looked over at his face and he looked at me like, oh no.
Mayday. Yeah, man. So you guys all see we have a special guest in the building. It's Carlos, one of my ex co-workers, but a good friend of mine. Follow on social media still since he left my job.
That's right.
So we keep in touch. But
right.
glad to have you on. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
welcome.
appreciate
Definitely.
you. So I want to start off by saying because some big news just happened before we got here. As you see, I'm wearing in tribute to our boy Max Crosby. It's I'm probably just gonna get a tattoo tear on my face
Yeah.
just for him, because it's a very sad day in Raider Nation. Another one that we've, I could say this one hurts a lot because he was Oakland. Like we drafted him while he was in Oakland. He came with us over from Oakland, turned into a superstar, the face of our franchise after DC left. Been holding down the fort. He is the epitome of a Raider, just with his work ethic and his play on the field and all that stuff like that. All the mashups with Mahomes, like he was the Raider for my generation that I've seen since I guess C. Wood, you can say. But it's a sad day in Raider Nation, and I just want to bid him farewell. I hope you get what you wanted. I'll be cheering for you if we're not playing you. Because if we're playing you, then all bets are off. Yeah,
That's fair.
So we're not playing you, then do whatever you need to do. Hope you get the ring that you want, you aspire for. Sorry that we couldn't get you that. But yeah, sad day, Raider Nation, man.
Yep.
Moment of silence. No, I'm just kidding. All right, man. We go around the room, do our mental health check of the week, and see how it goes from there. We'll start on my side of the room, and then we'll go to you so you can kind of, fill it out and then kind of go with your stuff.
Sounds
So
good.
my week has been fucking hectic, slow as fuck, like a turtle, or a snail even. I just been going through a lot of shit at work. Work has been fucking nuts, stressful as fuck. If you guys haven't known, I got a promotion, so my stress level has been higher. My work level has been added. Now I'm doing multiple shit plus the shit I've been doing. So it's but that's why they pay you the big bucks, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
or the little bucks.
The
So I mean,
medium and a half.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, man, it's been a crazy ride since I've been. I got my little bump. So yeah, man, it's been crazy at fucking work. Family life has been crazy too. All my kids have been sick off and on. It's that time of the year where the weather's fucking stupid. The flu's going around, so it's just getting fucking crazy right now.
That's right.
Yeah, so I'll rate my week. I'd say like a 5.5.
5.5.
Yeah, I'm And then with this Max Crosby shit, I'm barely here right now.
Oh, man.
you know what I'm saying?
Just
Yeah.
to put the dagger in.
Yeah,
case
just to give me a good old two, knock his ass out,
Mhm.
bury him, finish him. That's what they say. All right, Chris, how was your week, man?
Well, I'm gonna continue the trend because kind of on the same boat. I guess we're on the same boat because work just sucks. Obviously, my line of work is really connected to the government, and when they fuck up shit on policy, we have to figure out what to do. So past 2 weeks, they struck down those extra tariffs that he tried to do, and he just decided to put new ones. So that messes up my work even more.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, with this, I don't know if we're going to get into it, but this war that he started has messed up shipping everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So messes up more of my work. And just complaining customers. They all want to figure out what's going on. And I'm like, do you not see there's a war? Like, it's
Right.
kind of self-evident, but
It's like, I just feel like
obviously-
putting it in my garage. and
Yeah,
waiting for
yeah.
it.
They're like, yeah, but
I'd like to see you sweat a little
I
bit.
need my cargo. I need
Business
it.
as usual, Chris.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys see it too. With the
Yeah.
shipping, it gets slowed down or whatever.
Yeah.
But come on, please give me a little benefit of a doubt. I'm not holding your freight just to hold it because I
Exactly,
want
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, but customers are going to be customers. People are going to complain because they don't see it.
yeah,
So-
actually, there's people that just don't really care.
That's
You
right.
know, There's like, get it done,
Yeah.
get it done. That's what we pay you guys for.
Yeah.
True.
Why we pay you the medium
Medium bucks.
medium bucks.
That's why you got that mid-range.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
mid-range for you.
Then the flu got me last weekend for sure. So happy that I'm not sick. I think it's since Thursday, yesterday.
Mm.
Felt way better. And just have this pain in my chest. I think I was just coughing a little
Can't
too much. So
You can't
man,
breathe?
I got a pain in my chest and I can't breathe. I couldn't breathe. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep going. The only thing that's probably done like a half a tick is Formula One's back.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that.
Yes. and it's a great time. Like,
Yes.
it's Australia. It's not hitting us hard like 4 a.m. start
Yeah.
for the race. So I'm super excited for this weekend because I'm
Yeah.
like, this is the first time it's ever happened for me
Mhm.
where I'm like, I don't have to fucking dread waking up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to watch this
Just
fucking
to watch
race.
the race.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm gonna keep the trend 5 because just this week it's been
Trash, huh?
yeah.
All right,
definitely.
Carlos, are you going to bump it up or are you going to bury it?
You know what? I probably am. Although that everything you guys are saying, with the week and work, I totally echo the same thing. My job's a little hectic.
Don't let our vote sway
No,
you.
not at
please,
all.
you know?
Not at all.
If you had a great
I'm
vote,
gonna get super cliche on you guys right now, though, right? But like my work's been stressful too. I think I was talking to you when we just showed up.
Yeah.
My job's a little chaotic because we're kind of a mom and pop shop going into like I guess a digital age.
Yeah.
So with that comes a lot of system implementation and a lot of retraining and kind of exercising muscles that some people haven't, and
Yeah.
you're the guy that they go to. So it's kind of one of those things. But yeah, I mean, it's super stressful. It has its nuances where it's kind of like super frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And then home life, like anything else, could improve. But my kid just kind of improves everything.
Everything, yeah.
Like,
there you
Yeah.
go.
like legitimately, I can have the shittiest fucking day, and I show up, and she just looks at me and just smiles, or I pick her up and she
Yeah.
kicks, and I forgot everything that fucking
Yeah.
happened. So I'll probably stick to like a 7.
Yeah.
There you
All right.
go.
Hey,
I can't do
There
it.
you
we
go.
average
Like I
out
said,
what, like a
don't get-
6.5?
Yeah, there you go.
but again, dude, it's like I totally get you guys, and I go through it too. And I have my moments. Like yesterday, I had a really tough day, dude. Like
Yeah.
yesterday was terrible. I was like sitting by myself, and I was like, "Am I having a breakdown right now?" Like
Hey.
it's just kind of
Hey.
crazy. But like it's one of those like I just have to shake it off and keep going.
Yeah, man.
But, yeah, the kid definitely improves everything right now. So
That's
it's
awesome, man. Yeah, the kids do that for you, bro. Like for me, I have 4 of them, so it's
Yeah, it's true.
well, I have the stresses of life of my older kids
That's
now.
right.
So it's like, but again, at the end of the day, when I have those very dreadful, like I want to punch somebody in the face or, I want to jump off a cliff because this fucking job is getting on my last nerve. I just think about like what I have.
This
at
is the
home.
last PO I want to see.
Oh, bro, dog, dude, look, and I know you guys get it because Fridays for me, I fucking hate Fridays. Well, I love Fridays. I love payday Fridays,
Yeah.
right? Because Fridays is always good, but payday Fridays is the best for me. Like I love that, right?
right.
The feeling. But I hate that when I go to work Fridays because I already know my first part of my day is going to be great,
Sure.
right? You get to lunch, you're like, man, this day's flying. We're good. Looks like we got everything under control. When you get back from lunch or that last 2-3 hours of fucking day of the day, are you guys still at work?
2:30.
Motherfucker!
2:30,
dude.
It's always 2:30.
When I see those,
good?
when I see those bubbles pop up, I'm like, oh, you better not.
Bro,
This better be a hey, have a great weekend.
Not I need this, dude. At the spot, at the same job, that I literally started to like structure my week
Yeah,
to do all my stuff Monday to Thursday, just in case Friday went to shit.
yeah,
Because I would get the last minute like, oh, we're changing schedules and we have to do this, and now I'm dealing with like Gilbert in that group and everyone else like, dude, here's your new work order, here's this,
Yeah.
let me change all these POs and all.
Yeah, man,
So I
it's
literally
crazy.
had to like morph my day. It was that bad. It was
Yeah.
always Fridays, and it was always like Fridays like 2:30. Just
Yeah.
like you guys was
just
terrible.
right before, because now
Yeah,
we have
it's
second shift, so like they always wait till like last minute to be like, hey, I forgot, and I'm like, I know you forgot
Yeah.
because now it's oh, we need this by Monday. Like,
Yeah.
where was this fucking Wednesday?
Yeah.
Like, the type of shit. So yeah, we have crazy, It's always crazy at the job. So, but I mean, super blessed to have that job. So I can't complain. Yeah,
Just
so-
part of it, right?
Yeah, it's just part of life, man. I guess
No, they gave us a paycheck and then we give them work, so we get to complain.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, 100%.
It's okay.
All right, man. Well, getting into mental health, as you know, you're listening to the pod, we dabble real heavily on mental health and mental health in general. So, first, before we start off, if you guys have any, things going on, anybody who has things going on mental health wise, don't forget that you can type in or text, call 988. It's suicide hotline. They can get you help as quick as possible. All that stuff like that. So, if you're afraid to talk to somebody, afraid to, or embarrassed to say something to somebody, just, it's kind of an anonymous kind of thing where they can reach out to you, get that help, and you don't have to tell nobody that you did that. So go ahead and save yourself or save somebody because, we need you here.
Use the resource. It's there for us.
Yep. That's why it's
Yeah.
there. And, don't take the easy way. I would say the easy way out where, people that love you and they want you here. So, all right. Jumping into mental health. The topic of today is creating your emotional safe space or safe spaces, per se. So we're talking about something powerful today. How to create a safe space within and around yourself. Because safety isn't always something you find. Sometimes it's something you build. And that is facts, right? Especially when you're building, and I'll be vulnerable for a little bit, but building a non-toxic environment for my kids. Because growing up in a toxic environment, you kind of figure out how you grew up, and you're like, whoa, like this is not what I always tell my kids too. I'm like, you guys are lucky because the way you guys are growing up is not the way I grew up. Yeah.
Your normal is completely different than theirs is now. For
Yeah,
sure.
with love and patience, and they get spoiled and all that stuff like that. And I'm like, I didn't get any of that, So it's like, it is night and day. But it's about creating those safe spaces for them, and emotionally, and and being able for them to grow into themselves and not have to harbor the pressure of like me. I had that pressure of like they wanted me to do something that I didn't want to do, but pushing me to go do it and all that stuff like that. So
I would say that's not just for them; it's for you too, because
Yes.
you're learning to do it.
100%.
Yeah.
Growing from the
Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
and actually using your experience to break the chain, right? That is big.
That breaking generational curses. thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
Yep. And what is a safe space? It's a place physically or emotionally where you don't have to perform, you don't have to shrink, you're not walking on eggshells, and your emotions aren't judged or minimized. And that's 100% what I was talking about right now. You create that space for them so they don't feel the pressure of like, I can't say this, or I have to be this top tier person. And that's kind of one of those things too with my oldest daughter. She's very bright, straight A's. She's in honor classes and all that stuff like that. But every time something happens, where it's like she misses something, or she gets a B in a test or something. She breaks down and she's like, and I can tell it's like one of those like I failed, that type of thing, because she gets A's all the time, repetitive and all the stuff like that. She just tries to do better, tries to be the best. And I think for me, it's just like creating that space for her to be like, you know what, it's not always about being the best. It's like, you try hard, were you prepared? Sometimes when you do all the right things and that result you get at the end is not always what you want, and it happens to everybody, and at the end of the day, it's as long as you were prepared, as long as you tried hard, you live with the result.
That's right.
Right?
That's really good parenting, man.
Yeah, man. So, we try to, I learned a lot of things on the way up. It's like, you learn a lot of things on the way up where you kind of like, man, I wish somebody would have said that to me when I was younger, or I wish somebody would have kind of guided me in that kind of way. And then you try to fit that into your parenting, and I hope I'm doing the best job, and hopefully I'll know down the line when they get older and they come back.
If they take care of you or not.
Yeah. Well, that's why. No,
you get him, not me.
Hey, I had 3 girls, so one of them.
One of them's gonna hit, man. One of them's gonna hit. For sure.
One of them's gonna hit. Hopefully, all of them.
He stacked the
one of
deck.
them's
Yeah. I stacked the deck in my favor. You know what I'm saying?
I got one chip, dog. That's it. I got one chip, no more. I got one hope. That's it. If she doesn't, then I'm kind of dead in the water. But it's all good.
I try to stack the deck in my favor, bro. So
There you go.
we'll see. Hopefully, they'll all come back and take
That's
care
right.
of me.
I'll place a combination of the 3, and then you got all of them.
Yeah, 100%. So, safety means your nervous system can exhale, and a lot of us don't realize how often we're living in survival mode. And we talk about survival mode on here. We talk about what is that other one? Functional depression. We talk about a lot about that because a lot of us do have experience with stuff like that. Even if you don't know you're going through it, you're probably going through it.
Yeah.
That type of shit. So signs you don't feel safe, even if you think you're fine. You over explain yourself constantly. You apologize for having feelings. You feel drained after certain interactions. You avoid conflict at all costs, and you feel more on than at ease. And that last one, being more on than at ease, it's like you can tell. How I feel is like when I get home, how when you get, well, for you, I'm sure everyone in here, when you get home, it's that that exhale of like,
No, I'm in my spot.
Yeah, I can be myself kind of thing. And I feel that's where it's like when you feel the switch turn on, because you have to be on all the time. And sometimes there's toxic, people that who are living in toxic environments who that on switch never turns off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, true.
Physically you get drained, mentally you get drained because you run out of battery, but your battery still has to perform because you can't turn it off.
You're tapping it and it's not.
Yeah.
Sometimes we've adopted so well to chaos, we mistake it for normal. And I'm a product of that environment where I felt like growing up, everything I went through was normal. Everything I went through, or how I was experiencing me grow up and how I was acting was normal. And then I tell people what I went through. Like I tell my people my experiences, and they're like, "Oh shit! Like what the fuck?"
It's not normal.
Yeah, like
It's very much.
yeah, like it's like nah, man. Like, are you good? Like wow, like you've made it. I'm like, well, I think about it, and then he has to come. He's like, nah, man. Like, yeah, like really.
He's got to like
Yeah.
validate it. Like,
Yeah.
nah, dude, like for sure.
Because I kind of brush it off a little bit because it's like I know I went through it, and it's like, I don't want to say it's one of those where I kind of, well, I do kind of dumb it down, right? Or like I kind of like, yeah.
You leave out certain things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to help it. It's just going to worsen it when in the reality it is what it is. You know what I mean? I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then so he has to bring it back to reality sometimes where he's like, nah, man, like you need to like express yourself as like, hey, you made it, you did it, you're doing it.
Definitely.
That type of shit.
That's right, man. That's
And that's I'm grateful for that because I have friends who do that. Because a lot of times too, where I get mentally and I've talked about I think a couple episodes ago where I was having a great blessed kind of things happen to me, and I just kept feeling like I wasn't enough. You know, you get those dark side of the moments where you're like they're trying to turn you into, you know, ungrateful kind of things where you're not understanding why, or you're not being grateful for the things you're getting because you think that you don't deserve them, kind of things, you know.
It's almost like self-deprecating, right? Like,
yes.
Like, oh yeah, you know, I did all this, but do I really, you know? No,
Yes.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
think-
kind of, it's a byproduct of. I'm trying to think of what it was, but it's almost like a byproduct of like it's almost like you didn't, like someone who doesn't get praise enough, like when they're younger and they feel like they always have to prove themselves. It's almost like it's never enough, right?
Yep.
It's like, I did all this stuff, but yeah, but I could have, instead of an A, I could have gotten an A plus, or B, I could have gotten an A, you know, and so forth. So I think that's kind of like the situation a little bit, which I mean, it's understandable considering the upbringing of the person, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, definitely give yourself the wins when you deserve them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
See, creating physical safe spaces. How to create physical safe spaces. Start by simply ask yourself, where do I feel most calm? Maybe it's your car after work, a specific corner of your room, the gym, a walk at night, a coffee shop with headphones in, bike ride. You know, that type of stuff.
It's usually bike ride to coffee.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Bike ride while
Everyone's like, "Go to bars."
drink coffee while you bike ride?
Everyone's like, "You to bars?" I'm like, "Nah, dude. I just get up hella early, jump on my bike, ride for like 40 minutes, and then just where's the coffee shop? Right, cool. Grab coffee, have coffee, and go
Yeah,
home. It's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah,
I'm home by
man.
like 10 in the morning, and it's straight. Rest of the day's good to go. Those are fun days. Those are like my solo missions. I just take off. And
Yeah,
people,
man.
I'm just gonna go. Let's go with you. I'm like, nah. I'm just going myself.
Yeah. Let me get this one.
Yeah,
let me get this one.
let me clear it out, and we just
Yeah.
get shit out, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, and then just here, like how you said, that you do that for yourself. You made it intentional. It says make it intentional, keep it clean, add something comforting, a candle, music, or journal, or bike ride with coffee. Limit distractions. Same thing. You know, when you ride, you're focused on yourself and your surroundings, kind of thing. I think for me, this right now, my safe space is probably working out right now. I have this great routine. I'm going into my 9th month of consistently working out.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
And all y'all who don't know, I just want to say I can do 10 pull-ups in a row.
Let's go.
Say what?
Let's go.
Before, when I was on here, I couldn't do one. Okay.
No, you got.
You're doing
one.
assisted,
You
right?
got one.
For a little while.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
not trying to
doing.
shit on you,
Yeah,
but you're doing
I was
assisted.
doing a lot of
Yeah.
assisted
That's
ones.
that's an
you know?
improvement and a half, dude. Because for the life of me, if you're gonna die, I can't do a pull up to save my life.
Yeah, man, that was me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. When I first started this journey, I was like, I'm a bitch. I cannot do one pull-up by myself. If I was hanging off a cliff, I would die.
Yeah.
That's how one of those things. I was like, man, I can't do one pull-up. If I'm hanging off a cliff, my grip strength, I'm gonna die.
It's a wrap. It's a whole wrap.
Just kill. I'm just gonna let go. Who cares? You know. So now I can do 10. So great. You know, I'm so fucking hyped about that. I mean,
what's
it's one of those things where it's like, I just remember back to when I was doing assisted pull-ups, and I was like, man, am I ever gonna get off this fucking assisted pull-up bullshit? You know. And then I got to one band, and I was like, man, this is really hard. I was like, one band is really, really hard. And I was like, am I ever gonna get all this? And I plateaued for a little bit, and I finally got off that one band, and I was just doing 2. And I was like, wow.
Right on, man.
You know?
There you
And
go.
it's like, yeah, it's a real character builder.
Well, I mean that just shows you that's the cleanest version of just progression.
Yeah.
Like natural, you started at this point, and then you could see it now where you're like, okay, cool. I started with assistant bands into this, like the progress
Yeah.
that you made to like I'm 10, dude. Like it's a trip. Like that just shows you like, damn, it's possible
Yeah.
when you just put the effort in for sure.
You just put the effort in, man. And you know, I always told myself, like, it's funny how we had this conversation a little earlier with me and my wife when I was coming back from taking my kids to school. And I was I had very driver anger because people are pissing me the fuck off when I was driving this morning. And she's like, man, how was the last time you worked out? I was like, probably 2 days ago. She's like, and then I was like, yeah, I need to work out. And she's like, do you remember, like, is that funny to you that you would have to say that? And I'm like, yeah, like, man, like before I'd be like, I never even worked out like that. Like, it wasn't even like that. Now it's like, man, I have to work out kind of thing. You know,
Well, again, it's like you mentioned, like that's your safe space. That's
Yeah.
your release point. So like,
Yeah.
nah, dude, but you don't have it for a while. It's like you feel it, and it affects you in other ways like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chris, you have what's your safe space, Chris? Sleeping?
Yeah, video games.
Sleeping?
Nah, at this point, I think
Napper food.
Yeah.
Hey, that part.
Hey, what is it? Hey, if you're angry, irritated, well, you might need a nap.
You might need a nap.
I might
Take a
have
nap.
listened to the pod before I came on. No, but I remember that. I'm like, he's 100% right though. Like sometimes that's really what it is. Like, you just need to like just chill out, take a breath, drink some water.
Chill.
You know,
Yeah.
that's great.
Stay
way to do it,
hydrated.
yeah. Stay hydrated,
Get
bro.
some Z's.
That's
you know?
one thing. Yeah, you drink a little bit more water too.
Yeah.
You know.
Probably thirsty. Next time next time I see somebody crashing out at work, well, hey man, when's the last time you took a drink of water? You might need one.
Looking a little parched, bro.
Bottle of
A
water.
little parched, bro. Here's an electrolyte packet.
For real. So it's video games, Chris? Is that
Yeah,
your
video games. That's what I've been using lately.
Mhm.
I would use that as a crutch, but I don't normally do it. Like I fall into cycles with video
Mhm.
games. Right now, I like this game that I'm playing right now called Icarus, and
Yeah.
but eventually, I know for sure. I know myself. I'm a wean off of it, and then probably have something else. And it might be napping.
Yeah.
After
Might be,
that.
huh?
Right now, napping is not fun for me right
Yeah.
now, just because I guess I overstress the playing, so
Mhm.
I don't get enough sleep. So now it's just a chore to make myself go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those when
But-
you're excited to play something.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then you talked about your safe spaces writing. So your body needs a place to land. Creating a emotional safe spaces. This is deeper. Oh, this is a deeper kind of way to think about it. Watch your self-talk. If your inner voice is harsh, you're not safe inside your own head.
Mhm.
We've talked about that in our many episodes here about having gratitude for yourself, grace,
Mhm.
making sure that you're always speaking in the positive towards yourself and not holding on to the negative. That's how you spiral out of control, especially when you're deep diving into the why did I do this, and man, I should have done this better, or like what the fuck, I don't deserve that. And then I tell you, man, when you get into those spirals, that shit is not fun, and it's hard to get out of it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that it's hard to get out of those cycles. And even if you try, like there's sometimes where you get too deep, and it's like I felt like it's one of those like quicksand kind of things, like where you're just like, you're in it and you're trying to get out, but the more you move and you try, it's like the more it just keeps pulling you down.
Mhm.
You know, sucking you in. Pause.
Yo.
Fucking, those type of things, and you just gotta watch out for those signs, man. Those signs, they're everywhere. Especially when you're not.
If you haven't said anything nice about yourself, go ahead and do that right now.
Yes.
Out loud too,
Out
because
loud,
if
yeah.
you don't hear, like, obviously you can say shit in your head all day, every day, and if you believe it or don't, that's up to you. But like, you need to be able to hear it,
Uh-huh.
hear that.
What do you call it? Words of affirmation.
The words of affirmation to
Yeah,
yourself.
man.
Yeah.
Words of affirmation.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's it's one of those things where you gotta look yourself in the mirror sometimes and kind of tell yourself, like, you got it. You're doing it. You gotta keep going. Type of stuff.
Definitely.
Let's see. Trying to shift from I'm so stupid to I'm learning.
Mhm.
Yep. Well, there's some guys that can't say that.
Just no hope. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that isn't for everybody. That's just for specific
Well,
people.
now we just write everyone straight down.
Just kidding. That was just a I was just kidding, man. That was just a little joke on the pod, maybe.
Nah, you
Joke
got
with-
this.
Joke with some intent.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's always good to have a little humor in there. Set boundaries.
Lightens the mood of the conversation we're having for sure.
Set boundaries without over justifying. Safety grows when you stop explaining why you deserve respect, and I think that's a big one.
Say that again.
It's a good one.
Set boundaries without over justifying. Safety grows when you stop explaining why you deserve respect.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes to before what we're talking about over explaining. Sometimes when
That's right.
you are trying to, even when somebody's disrespecting you in some way, kind of because of your feelings, and you're trying to over explain why they should be respecting your feelings when you shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
It's almost like if you have to get to that point where you're over explaining it, it's like it's kind of a dead issue now. It's like you're more doing it to prove yourself right versus them grasping the concept of what you're trying to say sometimes,
Yeah.
which is very.
Yeah, and then if you don't, even if you explain it, no matter if they don't get it after a while, it's like it doesn't matter how many times you explain it, they don't care.
Yeah.
You might as well say it to
Yeah.
a wall.
Yeah, 100%. Choose who gets access to you. Not everyone deserves your vulnerable parts. Whoa, vulnerable.
Message.
That's a good one.
Vulnerable parts.
That's one I've been kind of. I don't know about access to myself.
Oh,
Like, I'm this popular person.
wait, access to your
I-
vulnerable
no,
parts.
I knew what was going on. We were a little
Right. I was a little
divided
quieter, right?
in what we were talking about.
Just a smidge. No, but like access to yourself, like, right?
Yeah.
Who has access to you? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think it's that. Like, I don't think I'm a person that everybody, looks after. But kind of like circle. Like, hey, do you come over? Hey, do this. I'm kind of like, I
Yep.
got other things I'm focusing on in that. Like,
100%.
that lately has been touching really well with. I mean, that lately's been like resonating with me a lot. Like,
Yeah.
just limit who and where you're doing what with. Definitely for sure.
Yeah, and I-
Definitely.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think for me too, it's like that's why I don't like going out. Like for me, it's like I have this routine, and I like my routine, and yeah, there's some times where I feel like I need to I get invited someplace, and I'm like I want to go, and I'll go.
But
That's-
but see that I think the key factor there is you want to versus like you feel like, all right,
Yes.
if I don't go, someone's gonna get sore
Yeah.
about it,
Yeah.
or get upset about it, and then now you're kind of forced to go versus like, no man, I genuinely want to be there, and hang out with your
Yep.
good situation.
Yeah, and that definitely is a big difference for sure.
I agree.
Especially, I guess we can touch on this a little bit. Like when I invite Ray, I'm not expecting like, oh, he's gonna show up just because I said. Like, no, man, if you want to go, it's cool. If
Yeah.
not, then I understand. You got yourself to take care of too.
Yeah.
Like
But and then we always talk about this too about
Mhm.
not talk about it, but we have this understanding like when we say, hey, do you want to if you want to be there, and
Mhm.
the way we say it's because it's an invitation.
mm-hmm.
It's not a forced you need to be there.
It's an invitation
Yeah.
without expectation.
You don't go, we're
yes,
no longer
that
friends.
right there.
Yeah.
You don't go, I hate
Invitation.
you.
Yeah, invitation without expectation.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that
And I think the flip side of that is when a lot of people do invite people and they don't show up, and then you get the shit talking. Now that's the disrespect that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
people start talking shit. Oh, he didn't show up. He didn't do. He never shows up. I'm
Yeah.
like, see, now that's ill intent at that point.
Yes.
Why really
100%.
invite the person if you're not really gonna want them there?
Yeah,
If you're
it's,
just gonna,
it's almost
back
like you're
up. Yep.
banking on the person to have to be there for XYZ reason, right? Or if it's like a party or something, like a birthday, oh, they're gonna bring me a gift or something, or whatever the case may be. Now you're kind of banking on it versus like, hey, dude, look, genuinely, we'd like you to be here. If you can't, hey, man, it's understandable, dude. It's not a big deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like lately with the kid, we've been doing a lot of stuff like that, and people are like, dude, sorry. I'm like, dude, don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Like you tried, man, and even if you didn't want to, bro, it's all good. Like the invitation's open. If you want to show up, if you don't, it's not like we're like, oh, dude, that guy's a piece of shit. I'm gonna invite the guy again. Like, nah, dude, for what? Like, you genuinely offer, and then if they show up, great. If they don't, hey, man, it's all good.
Yeah, it's one of those things too where people like when you invite somebody somewhere and then they come back, they see you like they didn't go, they didn't tell you like they're not going,
Mhm.
and then the next day they see you, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't. I'm like, bro, like
Like,
I'm
picture
cool, bro. Like I'm not.
Or what about even worse if they ghost you after? They're
Yeah.
like, they see you,
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
just turn,
yeah.
let me turn this
Complete
corner real
opposite.
quick.
yeah,
Like,
leave you on red a little bit, like that type of shit. Like I'm like, bro, like I was just inviting you. You couldn't go. Then you couldn't go.
Like
Like
they're legitimately showing they're really, really, really busy. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, bro, I couldn't answer my phone. Like,
Exactly.
dude, no, it's
Yeah.
all good, man. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
yeah, man. Allowing your emotions without shaming them. Crying doesn't make you weak. Needing space doesn't make you dramatic. And I want you guys to hear that again, okay? Because we talk about showing emotion. We talk about letting your emotions out and not holding them in. Because I know with us growing up, millennials, especially us, we were taught to not show anything. Your heart is a rock. Whoa. I don't know why I said it like that.
And we're going dark.
Yeah. And we'll be right back. No, man. We're taught to be tough, man, and I just want you guys to hear this again. Allow your emotions without shaming them. Crying doesn't make you weak. Needing space doesn't make you dramatic. And I want you guys to make sure you understand that part, because those are bars that you should understand and live by now. I know it wasn't probably a thing back then, but that's what it was back then. That's how they survived back then.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Different times, man. Different times.
Yep, different times, and they go through different things. So, the hard truth: sometimes creating a safe space means outgrowing people, saying no more often, being misunderstood, and sitting alone for a while. That's facts, 100%. Especially if you're growing right now as a person. Man, you gotta stop fucking saying these fucking pause-worthy words. If you are becoming a grown-up, I'm just kidding. If
It's
you're,
just part of the pod now.
yeah,
That's all
man.
we're doing.
As you grow,
Just let it ride. Let it ride. It's all good.
oh man, I'm glad
There
you're
we
here
go.
for it.
There
I'm
we
glad
go.
you're here
There
for
we go.
the.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Normally it's me. Like, I don't.
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
I'm just
I'm fighting every ounce of me to not just keep it egging it
Hey,
on.
the funny thing is, I didn't write it here, so it's just flowing naturally, right?
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Hey, all jokes aside, you can blame me. I'm the new guy. Blame Carlos. It's his fault. You brought Carlos. Look, there you go.
Oh well, maybe we'll invite you again, and then if it happens again, I'm like, man, yep,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
for
you.
sure.
Yep.
Then we'll know. It's a confirmed thing if it happens again.
Mhm, mhm. Growth can feel lonely before it feels peaceful. I can tell you that for 100%. When you go through these changes and you do these things, it can feel like you're alone. It can feel weird. It can feel sad sometimes because you're used to the, I guess, I would say like your circle, right? If you had 5-6 friends and you're outgrowing them and you're starting to put boundaries and you're starting to push back and you're starting to understand like I need to kind of distance myself from some people that are not in my my reality kind of thing. And when you grow and you start maybe it starts making you feel restricted or constricted and alone because you're starting to understand like maybe I'm not fit to be around these people kind of thing, and you start doing that, the Homer meme where you start
Back into the
Backing
bushes.
up.
Oh,
backing up to the bushes, and trying to get out of there kind of thing. So,
yeah, definitely.
but peace is worth it. So,
I think that's a big one. I think that's like when you, like any artist or anything like that, they don't add, they remove. Like especially sculptures, they don't add to the sculpture. They start removing the things that aren't needed to kind of create the art or just kind of, I guess, bring it to life. So it's kind of similar in that aspect where you're okay at some point. When the growth happens, you shed and you shed more and you shed more and a lot of the times that's people that's people that I don't want to say serve a purpose because that's the wrong way to speak about people that were there for you for a certain aspect of your life, but you kind of just, and at the same time they're probably doing the same thing too. They're probably growing away, and then you just notice you just start losing communication with a certain crowd or certain group, and it's a byproduct, man, of just growth, dude. It really is.
Yeah, it's one thing a video that I actually saw by Tyler Perry. He said, I know everyone wants to bring everybody with them when they're going on upward trajectory, but I think I got to paraphrase because I don't know exactly what he said, but he said some people can't handle the altitude that you're going to, and you need to leave them.
That's a good way to
fucking bar.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, like that one really hit me when I heard it. And I was like, he goes, and sometimes you got to leave them there until they learn to handle the altitude of where you're gonna be at, or maybe you just have to leave them there.
Yeah,
And I was like, ooh,
hey, that's a bar.
That's good because it also indicates that it's not forever, right? Just because you lose track doesn't mean that they can't come back around, or at some point your paths kind of recross again, and then they're there again for sure.
Yeah, and I brought up the train station theory that I had saw on TikTok, and it's the same thing how you're saying like about the altitude things. You have your people that are on your train at a certain moment of your time, and then you get to a stop, and some people get off, some people stay on, some new people get on. You acquaintances you meet that become family or friends or whatever, and then you move on, get to another stop. People get off, some people stay on, that type of shit until you get to the end. Maybe it's just and you're in somebody else's train station theory, the kind of thing where you're like, me and you've been friends forever, and we have friends right now who, you know, they're still on your train.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not mine. You know?
No, and there
No,
was
that's fair, that's
and there was a point where I was on Ray's, and then we weren't on each other's for a while.
Yeah.
too. You know.
Yeah, and you know, it's that type of thing. It's where, you know, it's crazy to think. When I started thinking it that way, I'm like, yeah, that's true, man. Like, you know, you have your people that are there with you, and the funny thing is, you have the people that are there with you, and you fucking think like the moments
Like,
are great.
This is it. This is
it.
Yeah.
They're gonna be with you forever. That's how
Mhm.
you guys gonna grow old, and you know that type of stuff. You could be friends forever, and then all of a sudden, poof, it's different.
But I think that shedding moment too also helps with, like, you know, it helps show the people that are really there for you too, right?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a I'm trying to word it right. It's kind of like it kind of has a double purpose, right?
Mhm.
Like, hey, you're growing because mentally, you know, whatever capacity or space you're in, you know, you there's no longer space for this type of, you know, hangout or whatever the case may be. At the same time, there's a saying that I heard a long time ago that I really like that says, those that care don't matter and those that matter don't care. Because it's kind of like, you know, okay, those that are going to be in your corner forever. And I've gone through that where, like, you know, I've had boys that I haven't talked to for a while, you know, and then they make the effort, we make the effort, and it never really leaves, although it might stop for a second. And like you said, they might get off at this train stop, and then when it comes back on, they jump back on.
Yeah.
You know, and there's also people that just are there for the tourist part of it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, okay, cool, we're here. We're no longer here. We're gone. Okay.
Yep.
Then we go our separate ways, and it's totally fine.
Mhm.
So I think that shedding process, like I said, it kind of helps you keep track and also notice who is really there for you, who's really there to, like, okay, no, this is the train I take every day. This is the
Yep.
routine I use, you know. So that's a good way to say it too.
Yep. All right, man. Let's move
like
on. That's the end of our mental health segment. So thank you guys for that sharing. Let's get into today's guest here today. We have some questions
Yeah.
for our guest,
no.
Carlos.
The interview part.
Yeah, interview
All of a
part.
sudden-
You ready?
Can I phone a friend?
Turn the lights off. Let's get
There we go.
Addison's
All
Addison's here.
Yeah, right.
Just
Turn
kidding.
off the lights.
Light a candle.
Lord. That went fast.
Shout out to Addison though. I
Yeah,
did
man,
invite
definitely.
Addison because I wanted him to be here
Right,
while
yeah.
you were here.
Yes, I
but-
do. My love, Addison. It's cool.
Yeah, but he had other business to take care of with his wife. You know,
Mm.
hope you guys are enjoying your time in San Diego. They had
on.
this thing pop up and they went. I'm like, man,
Man,
don't even
wishing
worry
the
about
best.
it. Yeah,
Mhm.
go.
Take advantage of those
Yep.
things, dude. Trust me. Take
Yep.
advantage of them.
I'm sure she's happy and because she's been stressing out on school and all that stuff. So I'm sure
That's
you guys
right.
are having a great time. Shout out to you guys. Have a great time.
Mhm.
Hopefully we can get you back on and Addison back on.
Yeah,
That'd
man.
be
That'd be
awesome.
rad. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'll be here for it.
But Carlos, so you had a baby recently.
Yeah.
How's the baby?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. She will be 11 months Friday. Yeah, dude. It went fast as fuck, dude.
It
It was
does.
crazy.
It does.
Like, it's funny because I forgot I was talking to you the other day, but I was looking at my phone and then, you know, the thing pops up and then
Mhm.
I look at my kid the first 3 months, then I see her now, and it's like two completely different. Like it's odd. It's and I'm sure I'm not the first or only person that says that, you know, especially those that have kids. But yeah, it's a trip. It's a trip for me. It's like, what the hell? It's like I'll look at it, I'm like, wait a minute, it's two different
Yeah.
kids. Yeah, but it's a trip. Yeah,
Bro, trust me. Wait till I go through that every day.
Yeah,
Well,
can
all the
imagine.
time, every year, when I have to
That's
post
right.
a fucking picture for my kid's birthday. I just recently posted for my my daughter's 15th birthday, and I
That's
go
right.
back and I'm like looking at like all her stages of like how she looked from baby till now, and I'm just like different person every like just facial features, you know, just the growth, knowing that she's growing, and you can tell like she's from a little kid to from an infant to a kid to, you know,
Like a young adult or
yeah,
whatever.
young adult now. It's like, man, it's crazy. My son, same thing. Little baby monster, and I was living at his house when he was coming around in diapers, and now this taller than me.
I saw the pictures you posted. And I was like, dude, it's a huge kid.
Yeah, man, taller than me, and way taller than me. Not just taller, he's way taller than me.
Yeah.
And
You're
it's-
pretty tall yourself. Are we like what 6'2", something like that?
I'm 6 feet.
Oh,
Yeah, 6
okay,
feet. Yeah, I'm tallest in my family, so I know that's where he got it from. All right, let's just say that. I know where he might be really tall, but yeah, he got that height from me.
That's up for me.
So, so new baby, how's that change in your life, going from no kid to kid.
It changed everything, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of like so me and my wife were split up, got remarried, and then I'll touch on that some other time. But either way, when that happened, we had plans. We're gonna go on vacation and do all this other stuff first before we really settled down and have kids.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, they were kind of, it was a vague conversation. There was there, but we had stuff to do, and then finally decided we were gonna do it, and then there's some things that needed to happen. My wife had to get some procedures done and all this stuff, and then we went to Vegas and eloped, and then we found out there that she was pregnant. It was the oddest thing in the
awesome.
world. It was like, what? Wait a minute, what the hell? And then it was like 2-3 weeks before she had to go in for surgery and all this other stuff, and then it just kind of flipped everything upside down. We're supposed to be in Europe like last year May, and that was
Oh,
a plan. And
then-
man, stopped it and kind of changed everything. And then even me personally, dude, it's like I go to work, and before it's like, oh, let's go out, let's do this. Now it's like, I don't even really care, dude. I don't want to do
wanna be
anything. I just
home,
want to chill
yep.
home. Like, I'm fortunate that like my buddies and stuff, they're totally understandable. Like my close boys,
Yeah.
like, hey bro, what are you up to? Oh, I'll just shoot through and we'll go to the house. And like drinking and everything's just changed completely, dude. It's just like my focus is the kid. Work, home, kid, work, home, kid. It's like, it's great because I know if somebody got sick, I know it got me sick, So things like that. But yeah, man, it's a trip, dude. It's just it's the best feeling and the scariest feeling at the same time.
100%. Yeah.
Probably the best way to explain it, even though it's a
That's the fucking bad. That's like perfect way to explain
right,
it.
but
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's like one of those things where like I could explain to you, I can explain anything, right? Like places you've been and things you've seen, and only you that've seen it will really understand it, So that's the difficult part. It's like unless like you're a father, so you get it, But yeah, man, it's just tough. It's like scariest and best feeling in the world, and it's just man, like combination like, oh, look at this beautiful thing, don't fuck it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a trip, dude. It's a trip, man.
All right. What surprised you the most?
Well, that, dude. I mean, so I'm pretty emotional. A lot, you wouldn't really tell. A lot of people don't know that. The close people that may do, but emotional in the sense like I feel very, very deeply, and with her, it's like it's a trip. That's the first thing that's ever like made me super emotional, and like I have to protect this thing at all costs, and then. Like you kind of get the understanding and feeling where like no one kid thinks their kid's ugly kind of thing, because to me it's like that kid's everything, dude. It's like I look at her and then it's like I've been places. I've been in like places that are like awe-inspiring, and it's with her. It's like every little thing she does just trips me out.
Yeah,
and it's like it penetrates real deep. Oh, I shouldn't say that, but anyway, it's just kind of it's such the feeling's so crazy. It's like it's hard to explain, but yeah, man, it's just wild.
awesome. Have you experienced any anxiety since you've becoming a dad?
I can't quantify the number, but yes, very much so.
It's like every day.
Yeah, and it goes back to I think what I said. It's like you don't fuck this up, right? Like it's like now you have this thing, right? It's like this thing could either damage or fix everything, right? And it's like it's really up to you to coach it and to kind of I should say it's a girl, but with her, it's like I look at her sometimes. It's like I have to make sure that you're okay, and then there's this saying with it too, like. My age, I'm a little bit older, so with me, it's like understanding. I guess I don't want to call it the time loss with her being born at the age that me and my wife are both at, but it's like I'm bracing myself for like, okay, when she's X age, I'm gonna be this age, and then when she's this age, I hope I'm here still, you know. So that kind of gives me anxiety. Also, like I heard a saying at one point where it said like. The sad part about having kids sometimes is that you're showing the thing you can't live without to live without you.
Yes.
And it's like, dude, that resonates so deeply now, because it's like, oh my God, dude, it's like, so that freaks me out. That gives me anxiety sometimes. But I mean, for the most part, I try to push through it, revel in it, and then she just makes it all go away at the same time, which is weird, right?
And
the anxiety point is like the thing that pulls you out of it too. So it's a trip.
100%. And I feel you on that. Raising them to learn how to live without you, because it's that's a real thing.
Yeah, man.
And to me, I think that's what scares me the most. For me, deep down in my heart, if you would be able to look into my soul and see what I felt when I had each of my kids, I was never scared. Like I was always like, because of my past and my dad and all that stuff like that. Like I always told myself, no matter what, I'm always gonna be here for my kids. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Like that's it, right? That type of stuff. But I think for me, as I'm getting older and I'm realizing, like, man, I remember before I used to be like, I don't care if I die right now. Like I'm cool. Like if I die, I'm not scared to die. But
Yeah.
now that I have my kids and my wife and my family, it's just like, man, I'm trying to be here as long as possible.
No, now you can't.
Yes.
It's really like not even like you're trying.
Yeah.
You just it's almost like an oxymoron because you're eventually going to, but you can't. Like nah,
Yes.
dude. Kind of like job's not finished, dude. We have to keep going. you know?
Yeah,
It's-
man,
wild.
it's a crazy experience to feel that right, especially knowing that there was most of the time I was fucking reckless. And you can ask him, I was fucking reckless. Like I was a ticking time bomb.
Damn.
Like I would fucking anywhere we went, anybody looked at us sideways, I'm fucking let's go. Like I'm not even.
That fuse was
Front and
lit.
center.
That
So
fuse
front
was
and
lit.
center.
No.
Oh, wow.
You
It
know,
stayed lit
every
huh?
time.
Yeah.
dude.
And now it's kind of the same way, but only for my kids. Like,
Yeah.
I'm that type of person. Like now, it's like if my kids or something happened with my kids, like that ticking time bomb is there.
I mean, the energy is always going to be there. I think it's just
Yeah.
diverting the focus of it. I think is the important part. For
Yeah.
sure.
Now it's a different understanding now.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like for me, it's like I don't really display that nature too much. For me, it's difficult because it's like I am always like it takes every ounce of me to not
Yes.
do the stupid
Yes,
shit that
yes,
I know
yes.
I'm perfectly capable of doing. But it's just like now I'm like nope. Like it's kind of diverted the energy a little bit to her. Where like okay, now I have to protect her and make sure that she's okay. So now it's like I'm a little more heightened, I guess, than before. It's like, nah, fuck it, it's not a big deal, or like whatever, let's roll, but we got to do it right. So now with her, it's like, I'm way more hyper vigilant. I'm way more like, nope, what was this? Like, we're at the house, I make sure shit's locked. I make sure, like, right now I left. It was her, him. Me and my mother-in-law says this too, but I make sure every single door was locked. I keep looking at my phone, make sure no one's fucking around the ring. It's a whole
100%.
different story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, man. Last question is there something from your childhood you want to do differently that happened to you? Not happened to you, but like as you growing up, you saw and you're like, man, I'm going to do this differently when I raise my daughter.
Yeah, I think there's plenty. I mean, I think like you said, our generation, the way we grew up, it's definitely a lot of things that we could have done. We could have been shown differently or been brought up differently. I think my big thing is like I'm Mexican, so I grew up with like a lot of you have to be this way because we have to keep up with appearances, or don't do that because you're gonna make X or Y Z person feel bad. With her, it's like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm sorry, dude. I think when she was first born, like someone was trying to come to my house and like, oh, I'm kind of have a cold. I'm like, look, I don't want to be rude, but just get better and then come over.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't want to hear that because you have to just wear a mask. I'm like, no, dude, just do me a solid. She's a kid, dude. She's a baby. Like me, I don't give a fuck. I get sick. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But things like that, it sounds insignificant and it sounds very small, but that's the precursor to like if you let that little thing in, it's like what else aren't you gonna let in? So I think it's kind of like trying to raise
boundaries.
Exactly. It's like setting boundaries, definitely setting boundaries, and then also, just different. Oh, just let them roll around and do all this stuff. It's like, nah, man, she's still a kid. She's or rushing things like I know some of my family members like, oh look, she's doing this. She wants to walk now. I'm like, dude, just let it happen. Let it just
happen. Yep.
she'll flow how it's supposed to flow. Like we don't have to rush things, and that's I think the big thing too. It's like rushing to get older. It's like, nah, man, let her. Like I'm conscious that it's not going to be forever, so let me just enjoy it.
in.
Like, yeah, exactly. But and she's progressing really fast. She's growing. She's big. She's like super. I think she's gonna be tall like I am. So things like that. So it's making her kind of push boundaries farther. So again, it's happening naturally. So the rushing is just kind of not there. But yeah, definitely trying to break those generational curses for sure.
Cool, man. That's a good thing for sharing that. All right, man. We're gonna get into our poll question for the pod. It's a would you rather. So, would you rather? Because we all work in this kind of computer space. Everyone's on a computer, Zoom calls,
Corporate structure.
Yeah, corporate structure kind of thing. So, would you rather?
Don't do it.
have to do every Zoom call for a month in your bathtub in a tuxedo? Or would you rather have to start every meeting with a 1-minute interpreted dance for a month? So each one is a month. Would you rather do a Zoom call and a tuxedo in your bathroom or a bathtub, laying in your bathtub? Or do a dance, basically a dance, 1 minute before the meeting starts in front of everyone?
In my bathtub or a bathtub? Because there's a big
That's a
difference.
good question.
In your bathtub.
No, then I don't have a bath. I have a shower, and it's one of those
there you go.
with the really low.
But you're in a tuxedo.
Yeah, you're in a
So-
tuxedo?
It's not like you're unclothed.
Yeah. No?
For a minute? It's a minute dance?
A minute dance.
I'll do the minute dance. At the end, I'll get the cardio.
It's fair. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
good. That's
Yeah,
a good
I guess I'll
assessment.
take
Yeah,
that.
That's right. I know.
He's like, I'm really thinking about this tuxedo.
honestly, for me, the tuxedo thing's not a big deal because it's like I personally grew up like going to church and wearing suits. So
Oh,
for me,
see,
it's like
yeah.
wearing a suit is nah. You know, I in the tub is just it just seems. My bigger questions were like, is it full of water or is it empty or I'm just casually
it's just
sitting in the
empty.
thing?
Yeah,
No,
you're
it's
kinda
casually
sitting,
just sitting in
yeah.
the thing. So like for me, it's like that's a little bit more easier to explain into it than me having to come up with an interpretive dance every day
Yeah.
for a month.
For a whole month.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I think I could do that pretty
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
The thing is, in the shower that I'm in, there's where am I gonna put my arms? I got computer. Am I holding it? Am I not?
Yeah.
You know, are you gonna be tired for the whole month just holding onto this thing?
Could be. Yeah.
Nah, I'd just rather do the dance.
Same questions could be
When
said of the dancer.
Well, you know, these POs are gonna be.
Well, the sales numbers for this month.
So I'm not to catch my breath.
Let me tell you about the sales. The
I'm
sales
never,
made this
I'm
month.
never twerking again.
For real. Yeah, for
It's
me
a
too. I
workout.
think it's because I didn't grow up. I hated wearing anything that came close to a suit, dress pants, tie, shirt, anything that had to do with looking nice. I hated it. I hated dressing up for interviews. I just recently started liking dressing like that because I had to.
That's right.
My job kind of forced me to be like that way. So it's like, I had to fit in kind of thing.
That's right.
In my job. But before that, like, you would never ever see me in a fucking tuxedo or a fucking dress suit, pants, shoes.
So
And
what's a
then,
tie?
and then
I
when
wanna
I
wear a
had
tie.
to dress like that, I wore sneakers. So I would
There you go.
never wear that
There you go.
type of shit. So
I've done that a couple times. I pulled up suits with Chuck Taylors.
Yeah, man.
It's
You
fun,
know?
man. It's easy. Oh, those are nice shoes. I'm like,
Yeah.
I wore them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
Really
yeah,
didn't
me,
catch that. I think you appreciate it.
Mhm.
I'm being
So-
an asshole, but yeah.
yeah. So me, it'd be the same thing. My knees probably are hurt, but I'm good. We could get that 1 minute dance on.
That's right.
I'll be sweating as fuck, just like it'd be cardio.
As if for me, dancing's never really been my thing. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm kind of like thinking like, okay, I got to come up with like 30 of these things. I'm like, dude, I can't do 4
Yeah.
if my life depended on it. Let alone 30, That's why to me, it's like, the comfort is more, I guess, if you call it comfort, it's more from the suit. Like, okay, cool. I got to throw this on and just chill. Like, hey, guys.
Yeah.
I'm more professional than all of you.
I
You're
came
not wearing a
prepared.
tuxedo. Are you
Yeah.
wearing a tuxedo?
I'm more prepared than you
Are
today.
you wearing a tuxedo? No, then you need to stop talking.
Yep. All right, man. We're gonna get into Addison's song of the week.
Addison's song of the week. And
Again,
I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared.
Thank you, Addison, for preparing the Addison song of the week.
Right.
Appreciate your efforts to this very, very little podcast that you help us with.
I don't know.
All right, let's see. Where were we? All my friends are so depressed. Joyce Maynard. Wearing thin, no pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Autopilot, Alex Sucks, and American Dream featuring Miguel.
Yeah, American Dream is because of the fucking war that they started now, and we all thought we're gonna live the American Dream. I think we've all been raised about working hard and living and doing everything we can to get that American Dream. I'll tell you right now, the American Dream is dead. We are in a war that we shouldn't have been in, or we should not be in, fighting for some other country again.
It's kind of lately become the US's MO though a little bit. Not to get political. I
No,
don't get
it's
political,
100%.
But
If you start
they seem
noticing
to like
it's a
just
trend.
dabble into everything, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, if you just, there's so much more work that can be done here in house that I
But
think.
but you know what else? What else that kind of I question a little bit. We've always been taught to do what's right, right? And I'm not talking about like parents. I'm talking about just as in general as an American, right? They would always push the do what's right, stand up to evil, stand up to even in movies like that type of shit, right? And I feel like you must be really, what is a nice word to say?
I saw that Wilton. I'm like, yo,
you must be misinformed, or might not be seeing the right things. But I just don't understand how people.
There's a word for it. I'm trying to think.
Me too. That it's not coming to me right now.
Suggestible? No,
It's not coming to me right now. But I just don't understand how people are just going along with this. Like, yes, there's that guy that I don't remember his name. He's a governor or senator somewhere, but he's a Marine veteran. They broke his arm because he was speaking out against the war.
Because of Marine, right?
And I just don't
complacent.
There.
We're being complacent.
There you go.
Yeah.
To what's happening.
Yes, and I feel like more people, and I'm not even talking about us. I'm talking about like just military in general. Like you would kind of think like, hey, we'd be like, what the fuck are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are we doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how I think. I feel like we've been taught that way to be like, question it. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
To a point where like, yes, there's some times where you're like, all right, you're going with the flow, and then there's times where you're like, I don't think we should be here.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't think we should be doing this.
That's right.
Or this order kind of smells weird.
Mm-hmm.
That type of shit. But I don't know. It must be just me because I
think being inside there is kind of hard because when you're kind of taught, follow order. I totally understand. That's a totally different conversation that we can have.
Yeah.
But I think outside, all the quote unquote information that we've gotten don't smell right.
Yes.
Right? Like there's no endpoint. There's why are we there? Nothing makes sense. People are just like, well, okay, let's just let them do.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what? That's where I'm at. That's where my head's at with this whole situation.
Yeah, that's my point though. It's like, how are they letting him just fly off the handle? Like, yeah, let's go do this.
And like the one thing to me, like obviously, they're like, oh, American first. And then they were like, well, the gas prices are going to go up. And he just goes,
Yeah.
What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I thought you said other things.
And we don't. And I don't want to say. I don't want to say this lightly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The last war we were in, it was kind of like they did something to us, and we went over there to finish it, right? Even though we didn't finish it, we left that place without finishing anything. But this one, I felt like it was just, hey, we're gonna go do this, but we weren't like attacked, like.
We weren't provoked.
We weren't provoked, and we're just in this war now. And like, hey, we're gonna send our troops to die for something that
for what?
For what?
Yeah,
It's kind of what I alluded to earlier, where it's like it's kind of like we're kind of seem to be quick to aid and do all these other things, and at times maybe it's not required or needed.
I think to Ray's first point, I think you were trying to get to is like, I guess we were brought up to say that America brings justice, but this does not feel like justice on the world scale. It really doesn't.
Yeah. And when the whole world is looking at us and being like, what the fuck are you guys doing? It's kind of like, maybe we should rethink about what the fuck we're doing. Like, that type of shit. And especially when you have guys like Russia and China, they're just waiting to be like, come on. Like, just do it.
I got 15 nukes I'm waiting to burn.
Yeah, dog, it's crazy, man. But I just want to pray for all the troops that are out there right now, man. It sucks, but you know, all the ones that lost, all the kids that died in that bombing that happened in that school, anybody who's lost anybody who you know potentially can lose somebody. I have a nephew whose best friend is out there right now. I saw a video of a one of those missiles that they're trying to shoot down. Crazy. He did the only friends can see in his Instagram. Crazy, bro. Crazy. I'll tell you right now. Crazy. That type of
Yeah.
shit gives me nightmares, bro. Like seeing that type of shit on just because obviously we can see it now, right?
Yeah.
Before you didn't know what the fuck was
Oh,
going
you
on.
didn't know?
What is
Yeah.
it?
You know?
VHS tape,
Yep.
like all big on someone's shoulder.
Or the fucking black and white screen.
Now it's like
flickering. You know the type
I
of
was like,
shit.
oh, let's check it out.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
that looks interesting. Let's check it
Yeah.
out.
So yeah, prayers to everybody that this is affecting, and I hope that you know we can just somebody can fucking realize what the fuck we're doing and get the fuck out of there. But doesn't look like we are.
And definitely thank all the servicemen and servicewomen for their service.
Oh,
Yes,
definitely.
100%.
Definitely.
Don't want to go without saying that. So
Yes.
100%. All right, we get into the end of the pod. We do have our fast 5 questions that we ask all our new guests when they get here. So
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you those questions, and the reason why I didn't send them to you because I didn't want you to
Yeah.
be ready for them.
All right.
So first thing that comes to your head, spit it out. First question is your happy place.
Oh, like an actual place,
Whatever, metaphorically or
In your mind?
dude.
Yeah.
Probably my mom's house, dude. It's
Oh.
chaotic as fuck, but my mom's house is that's the one place I guess because it's home I can just decompress.
It's probably one of those you walk through the door and you're like, oh
I'm
shit.
like, oh, all right.
Mhm.
Like, there'll be times I just sit there, like when I go pick up my kid, I was just like, start nodding off. I'm like, dude, I gotta get out of here. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just too comfortable. I gotta go home.
Yeah.
So definitely mom's house for sure.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Describe yourself in one word.
Ooh, that's interesting. It's funny because I heard it and I was like, how there? I thought about it and I just still couldn't come up with the word. Honestly, damn it.
Like if you were to introduce yourself to someone, you'd say, "This guy
Yeah,
is," and he
no,
is.
I get it. It's just I kind of have an idea of the word, but I get the feeling it's not going to be the what I'm trying to convey. So that's why I'm kind of struggling with it.
I think if it's a couple words too, that's fine. A few words.
Okay, so
Sentence? Yeah.
Well, let me pull out my phone.
We're
Paragraph.
not
I
gonna-
have.
Synopsis? You got a
Let me
synopsis?
pull up this, sanctioned
Yeah.
paragraph. I'm gonna pull up right now. Now, what I think personally, me, like I think there's always a big misconception because of my size and the way I look. Everyone assumes I'm just pissed off or angry or a dickhead most of the times, and I tend to be kind of mute at the beginning until I get to meet people, and then they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're kind of cool." I'm like, "Yeah." I trip out that they think that, like. So I think for me, it's like I guess I'm always misunderstood a
Stood.
little bit. That's a good
That's
one.
a good
But
one.
if I had to describe myself, I think that I'm. I don't know. I think I'm very much an empath, dude. So like I when
Cool.
I kind of tend to absorb what people
Yeah.
give me, and I kind of like tend to kind of go with the flow that they're doing, and then I'm not that that's what I become, but
No, yeah.
I think that would probably be a best word, I guess. To
Cool.
describe me.
Cool.
But,
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
You gave us 2. You gave us what people see outside misunderstood,
Yeah.
and you gave it what you feel like that's yeah, that's good. Awesome. All right, favorite drink.
What kind of drink?
Could be anything. Could be beer. It could be liquor. It could be
I'd do
coffee.
Coffee, bro.
Coffee,
Yeah.
cool.
Coffee's my go-to in it for sure.
All right, biggest pet peeve.
Don't tell me to be somewhere at a certain time when you're late.
Ooh,
That's like I remember dating my wife would be like, "Oh, just be here at this time." And I show up at that time. You sure? Okay. Go out of my way, shower, or like friends would be like, "Yeah, bro, come to my house in like 10 minutes." All right, cool. And I'll get there in 10 minutes. Oh, but I need the 15. I'm like, dude, like
yeah, come on.
I could have just chilled for the 10 minutes. I mean, it sounds
Yeah.
stupid because it's 5 minutes, but for some reason that just vexed me. That ain't being cut off. Like in middle of conversation, and it sucks because I kind of have a tendency of doing it too, but I try to pull myself back. But if I'm like speaking and then someone just, jumps in and is like, shh, they try to like give people their turn to speak. That
Well,
kind of bugs me.
I understand your pain, and I do that a lot. But the way I'll explain myself why I do it. Right. So at work, I'll give you an example. At work, I'll be training somebody or I'll be trying to help somebody with the issue. And in my head, I already know what the issue is, right? Because I've seen it before, I've lived it before, whatever, blah, blah. So when they're explaining to me the issue and why they're having this issue, is exactly the same thing I'm thinking in my head already that I went through. And to me, it's like if I don't need to hear it all the way through because I already know where you're going.
That's right.
And so, like, to me, it's like I'm just going to cut you off here so I don't have to hear the rest of this shit.
I'm
And let me just tell you what's going on.
I'm the exact same way.
No, but I get it.
No, bro, I'm the same way. When it comes to that aspect, I'm the same way.
I'm notorious for that at work, and sometimes I just gotta, you know what, my bad. Like I should have just let you
Yeah,
finish.
I try to do the same.
But it's like I already knew where you're going, and I'm like I could just end it here because I know,
Yeah.
right? But whatever.
I agree. And I agree with that. And like I work with people right now that like, for some reason, it's like kids that just they need to be heard above everyone else, and it's like if you're going and you're explaining something, it's like they might know where you're going with it. Oh, well, like no, dude, like, just calm down, bro. Like it's all good. Like that kind of like vexes me. I'll be like, dude, just. All right, man. So what you got to say? Yeah, you're wrong anyway. So just stop talking. Just, so that,
just listen.
Yeah, that definitely. I think my biggest one is that. Like, oh, dude, be here in like 20 minutes. All right, go on, show up 10 minutes. And you make me wait another 15. It's like, dude, that guy's gonna piss me off.
Yeah,
right, dude, come on.
100%. Or no, I'll give you one from the old days, and he does this. When you be like, hey, you want to go here? Who's gonna be there?
Oh no!
And I'm like,
yo mama. That's it. Yo mama.
Dude, I used to get so fucking off the
That's
handle.
stupid,
And I'm like, bro, does it fucking matter? Do you want to hang out with us or not?
Yeah.
Like, you know, who gives a fuck who's going to be there?
That's right.
You know, like, I'm asking you want to go? Do you want to go? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, you know, like,
Dude, I'm holding my tongue right now. I really am.
So I want to say anything.
No, it goes back to the earlier conversation. Like the invitation's there, they want it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do they need to be parameters for you to show up?
Yeah.
Like it's the parameter is I'm there, you're there.
Or it sounds great. It doesn't sound great.
Yeah.
You want to go? You don't want to go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
Like if you have to ask someone's going to be there, you really don't want to
Yeah,
go. You really don't want to go. You're just using an excuse to make yourself want to go. That's what
it used to fucking. I used to fucking.
Or even worse, like why are you, like, oh my god, why are the parameters for you to show up? I have to qualify to you.
Yeah, exactly.
For you to show up. I think that's my peeve on that part.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like my thing was more like in the past, I probably would have asked that question, but it's more because the friend group was big enough, and then there were certain people that maybe I just all right. Dude,
No. See that right
That's the
there.
only time I
That's
would
a
ask.
fucking justified answer
Yeah.
because if you have a group that you know you hang around with, and there's just one person you're like, I don't want to be there with them.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're there, then I'm not going to be there.
Yeah.
That's a justified answer.
Yeah.
But if we if we are going right, if
Yeah.
I'm asking him, hey, do you want to go to Jen to go eat?
Yeah.
Who's gonna be there? I'm asking you. You want to go fucking eat, bro?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like that. There's no justification for you to ask who's gonna be there. Like
Me, you, and hungry people.
Yes,
That's all it's going to be.
100%.
Who cares? That's it.
Who
Me and
cares?
hungry people.
You know, you'll be surprised when
Me
you
and
get
you
there.
and some people are gonna take our money
That's
for some food.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
you know, so
I think it also comes down to like if it's a constant, right? Like
Yes.
if someone they constantly ask that, it's like, all right, dude. At what point, like, are you just gonna stop
dog,
doing
it was
that?
like
Yeah, bro.
it was like every
That-
time.
That's what I'm saying.
It was like
that's
every.
extreme.
It was every time you asked, it was the same answer. Who's gonna be there? Dude, who gives a fuck?
Apparently not you. Apparently not you anymore. So I gotta go. Bye. I'll be there, not you.
Yeah, man. I just tell you right now, they used to fucking piss me the fuck off. And to one point, I was just like, man, do you want to hang out with us, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
If you do, then just come.
That
Like,
becomes the root of it,
yeah.
of course. Yeah.
At the main point, it's like we ask you, we were asking you because we wanted you there.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck who else is there?
Exactly.
You know. But yeah, my bad.
And
Well,
it's
I
like
got
not gonna
sidetracked.
set them up too, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna set you up, and oh, who's gonna be there? Don't worry about it. And then it's like all the people you hate. Like,
Yeah.
no, dude, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do that to you.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. All right, last question is say something nice about yourself. Just like how we talked about earlier. Let's hear something out loud that you're gonna tell yourself.
My kid's still alive. It's a win. It's a win. She's still here. She's still here and healthy. Has all her
The
toes.
gold star.
I don't know, man. I think lately it's been resilience because life has been pretty fucking hectic lately, dude. It's been like a combination of work. My daughter, thankfully, has been very, very chill. She she cries, we kind of really know why. It's not she's barely throwing hissy fits, you know. So she's been very, very, you know, easy to manage, which is great. But then, you know, home life gets chaotic with work and everything gets mudded together sometimes. And then, you know, finding time for yourself, finding time for myself, my wife, you know, those things kind of get a little chaotic. So I think I think if I can say anything about myself, it's just being resilient, you know, in terms of like change came quick, dude. It's like, and then no one preps you for it, right? You can read all you want to. So sometimes it's like, not necessarily from an emotional, you know, you're raising a kid and then financial, all that stuff kind of affects you, dude. So I think for me, it's like learning to like be resilient enough to like, nothing's going to get stuck in it, be in it for as long as you need to quick, get the fuck out and keep going, you know? So that I think lately has been helping me out, at least giving me some solace and everything going on. But yeah, man.
I think to the point too, what I was saying about my daughter about, it doesn't matter how prepared you are. You can be prepared. You can fucking, you know, do your hardest and something fucking, it just goes out of whack. You know, you can never being a parent in life. It's like, it's never set in stone and like, this is the way it's going to be. It's always like every day is like,
I don't know why I'm compelled to say this. I'm going to say you can prepare for the test. You can cram all the information. You can do all this. And eventually, the way life has turned out to be, the test has been something totally different.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can't account for that. So don't beat yourself up too much for that. I think that's
I think having an open mind and being very, how you're saying, resilient, but also able to wing it.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to the best word to use is to wing it, and not in a bad way, but just in like, shit's gonna happen, shit's gonna go wild or sideways, but you have to understand that, you know, it is what it is at that moment, and just how you do is just flow.
Yeah,
go with it. You know?
You have to. I mean, if we're gonna survive it, you have to, dude, because there's only so much where you're stuck in your way, and then it's like, dude, that's not always gonna work. Yeah. So I think being able to definitely roll with it and flow is definitely
100%. All right, man. Well, we get into the end of the podcast, and then the podcast, I always leave you with this. I got 2 bangers today. People don't fake depression; they fake being okay. And the second one is, don't ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Let it go and keep going.
Those are good
bars.
That first one's definitely big facts.
Yes, 100%. And we talk about that all the time about you know, speaking your
function
truth.
Of depression, everything.
Yep, function of depression. Speak your truth. Let your feelings be known. You know, and make sure you're there for people who might need it. I think it was last episode, the episode before, we were talking about how to pick signs, or was that a porch talk? How to see signs that.
Oh no, that was an episode.
Right? Yeah. We there's an episode we talked about how see signs. You know, somebody maybe going through some things and how to approach it and do all that stuff like that.
That was the last part, I think.
Yeah. So. Yeah, man. Like I said, like what I always say on this pod, check on your friends, check on your loved ones, check on everyone, because everyone's going through some shit, whether it's small or big, you know, that type of stuff. Yeah. And it's always good to reach out, because you never know who might need it and who's waiting for it, because they might be too embarrassed or, you know, not want to speak out about how they're feeling, and they might need that olive branch or that lifeline to be like, hey, somebody's actually there checking on me.
That's one of my big issues, where I, you know, my friends expect me to reach out when I'm like in that hole, and I don't. Yeah. It's just, I don't, because I'm also like, I don't want to burden, like, you know, which you guys talk about in the pod a lot. I'm definitely that person, you know, so I definitely echo that whole check on your friends, because you expecting them to do it is just like you're setting yourself up, or you're setting them up, like, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, man. Well, Carlos, thank you for being here. Great episode today. Again, I hope we can have you back on another day with Addison being here. Definitely. I'm sure Addison would love that. Yeah, it'd be great. But yeah, man, you're great. I mean, you're telling me like, oh, man, this is a great episode, bro.
Yeah, man.
Great having you on.
Have you been on a podcast before?
No.
Yeah. Do you feel natural, man?
That's what I'm saying. He was all worried. He's like, well, do you think I'll be good? I'm like, man, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, again,
you never know till you do it.
Yeah, no, for sure. And again, it wasn't nervous. I mean, I know you pretty well, you know, and again, I've listened to what you guys put on the podcast. You know, I agree with all of it. You know, all of it's good stuff. You know, I definitely like to focus on mental health for sure. Yeah. Especially with men, you know, it's something that's a a taboo subject that they
Yeah.
don't speak
Oh,
about. So definitely put it
100%.
out in the open. Hopefully
Yeah.
helps a lot of people. And yeah, man, I'm for it, dude.
Yeah.
My thing was more like, oh, if you think I could help, dude, by all means, like
Yeah.
not in the sense like, oh yeah, sure, I'm bringing so much to the table. No,
Yeah.
not at all. I mean, I you know, for
Hey,
whatever. I mean,
perspective, man.
Yeah.
Perspective. We definitely need it. Everyone has their own, and you know we
And
like
that-
to share as much as we can.
Yep, and that's why I like having different people on the pod
That's
because
right.
everyone goes through their own things and everyone looks at a thing a certain way.
100%.
And that's why I like having the what he says perspective and experience
Yeah.
because again, everyone like I went through some shit, he's went through some shit. People, all the episodes we have, they've been through their own stuff and they say it differently. You get experience or details or just advice from people who are going through it some way. Maybe somebody out there is going through the same thing they're going through.
Yeah.
And that's why I like doing this shit. That's why I built this. We built this pod the way how we do this now. And to me, it's not about likes. It's not about followers. It's not about money. Like I don't do this shit for money.
Yeah.
We don't get paid.
Yeah, we don't.
You know,
But we can if we want to. You know, we can get some some sponsorship
Hey, look,
if you
look,
guys
Start
look.
like.
dropping those up.
look, we pay to do this shit. We pay to put this shit out.
Yeah.
And you know, and for me, it's like as long as I can help a couple people in this lifetime that I'm doing
Yeah,
this
man.
shit, I'll be happy.
Hey, hell, man, helping one
Yeah.
person is enough.
That's what I'm
you
saying. You know,
It's
it's
1%.
if I can reach somebody and they can be like, man, listen to your shit, help me. I'd be,
Even that one day, even for that one day.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I'll
would
take
be.
that
It would
too.
take me to the moon. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? So again, thank you for being here.
Yeah, definitely.
This is episode 153 of The Works,
Yep.
and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Back, baby. Shout out Juice on the beat.